I've been doing art. I've been painting since 2007. I've been doing art my whole life. I started off in second grade selling beaded rings to my classmates and trading for crystal clear Pepsis so I could have a treat. I love painting series work. So when I paint, I always paint stuff in a series, and I really like exploring different things that haven't been explored as much. So I love painting old vintage objects. I really like working with fantasy and fairy tales, but in a really modern way. So currently I'm working on a Grimm's fairy tale series, and it's from original German translations of Grimm's fairy tales, which are a lot more dark than modern fairy tales, and especially ones in America. Ones in America always end really sweet and with a happy ending, but the ones in Germany were really meant, like when the fairy tales were originally written, they were meant to have a purpose and have a story, and it was always a bad ending. And so I've been really interested in the ideas of those and kind of bringing that into America to teach people that fairy tales used to be this really purposeful, meaningful thing, where now they're just like very sugar-coated in fairy dust. I also create jewelry, and in my jewelry I really like to use found objects. I love to take apart old vintage things. I love scavenging items. I love to go antiquing, and then I use them and I do like a mixed media collage, and that's how I do my jewelry findings. And I like doing it all. I'm definitely a Renaissance woman. I can't just do one thing. I have to have many things. So I'm also a musician and a songwriter. So I do that, and then I do my paintings, and then I also am writing a book currently. I'm also a graphic designer. I work for a local nonprofit called Concrete Couch. We do projects in all the school districts around the Colorado Springs and Manitou area, and then I paint when I have time. I really think I have an interesting perspective on my work because I feel like a lot of artists try to emulate something where I'm always trying to do something original. All my jewelry pieces are one of a kind. I never remake anything, so people are actually going home with a piece of art when they purchase a piece of jewelry from me. I really want them to have like their own thing that really like defines them as a person, but is also a piece of myself. I think the paintings and the prints that I do are also usually really unique to themselves, just because it's something that I haven't seen anywhere, especially here in a smaller city. And so I'm really trying to bring kind of like the art you would see in a bigger city to a smaller town, but yet it still have that small town feel in a bigger way. Well, currently I'm working as a professional artist. That's all I do. I quit my day job 3 years ago, and so far I haven't looked back, and so far I've been able to sustain myself doing art as a profession in Colorado Springs, which I think is very cool and unique. And I also think I'm very young to get that opportunity. I think a lot of artists have to work a very long time to do it, but I also work probably 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I haven't had a day off in 3 years. I took a half day off for my 5-year anniversary, and that was the last time I even took a second to breathe or do anything other than concentrate on my art and really perfect my skill and my craft. I think that that's really important, and I think to go anywhere and anything you're doing, you really need to look towards that future and put everything you have into that to be that. Yeah, you can find my work at www.jibwa.blogspot.com. You can also find me on Etsy, K8EOR. We'll have a website that'll be launching next year, and that will have a lot of stuff. And also, if you're on Facebook, I'd love to have more fans, and that's K8EOR.com on Facebook. My name is Katie Orr, and I'm a raw artist.